Okay, so this is New York Times Sudoku Card for November 21st, 2024. This is my walkthrough, and you can play this Sudoku from the link in the description. Okay, let's get it going. First thing first, let me place a single, and there's one in box 4. I can place 6 in box 4, and because 6 in box 5 blocks these. 6 in box 7 blocks these. That gives me 6 here. And I'm pretty sure there's more singles, but I see a double in box 1. That's a double of 3 and 5 because row 2 has 3 and 5, and the row 3 also has 3 and 5. And for box 1, that means I cannot use these cells for 3 and 5. That gives me 3, 5 double here. Oh, and 5 in box 4 blocks this cell. So that gives me 3 and 5. Okay, and that gives me 7, 8, 9 triple on row 1, but I don't think I can make any use of it at the moment, so let's move on. I see there's a there's a 2 and 2 6 double in box 2 because row 1 has 2 and 6 here and here, and column 5 also has 2 and 6 here and here. That means I cannot place 2 and 6 in these cells. That gives me 2 6 double here. And that gives me 1 7 8 9. Oh, and that means with this 1 in box 3, which blocks these cells, 1 in box 2 has to be in here or here. In turn, it will block these cells, and 1 in box 7 blocks these. 1 in box 6 blocks this cell, gives me 1 here. Okay, and there's another double in box 6. It will be a double of 2 and 5 because column 9 has 2 and 5, and row 4 has 2 and 5. So these cells cannot be 2 or 5. That gives me 2 5 double here. And now, because these can only be 2 or 5, with 6 here in box 4, which blocks these, 6 in box 5 blocks these, this, and these cannot be 6, so 6 has to be in here. And now I can place 3 in box 6 because, to do that I have to look at box 4. 3 in box 1 blocks these, so 3 in box 4 will be here or here, which blocks this cell, and 3 in box 3 and 9 blocks these. Again, these can only be 2 or 5, so that leaves only this cell for 3. Okay, now that makes these cells 7, 8, 9. Okay, let's see. I'm missing something. Okay. No, not. What am I missing? Oh, okay. Three in box. Again, three in box one blocks these. Put three in here or here, which means these cannot be three now. And three in box six blocks this cell. Three in box two blocks this cell. Gives me three here. And now I can place four by looking at four in box six, which blocks these. Four in box two blocks this cell. Gives me four here, which blocks this cell. 4 in box 6 blocks this cell. Gives me 4 here. These are 3, 8, 9, and 2, 5 double here means only 8 can be used for this cell. And now I have 2, 7 double. That means this cell cannot be 7. And 7 in box 9 blocks this cell, gives me 7 here, which blocks these cells. 7 in box 9 blocks these, gives me 7 here. And I can place 7 in box 1 because 7 in box 3 blocks these. 7 in box 4 and 7 blocks these, gives me 7 here. Okay, and now I can place 4 in box 3 because 4 in box 2 blocks this. 4 in box 6. 4 in box 2 blocks this cell. 4 in box 6 blocks these. Gives me 4 here. That means with this 6 in box 1 blocking this cell, 6 in box 3 will be here or here, but here's 2 6 double in box 2. That means this cannot be 6, leaving only this cell for 6. And this 6 blocks here, 6 in box 6 blocks these, 6 in box 7 blocks this cell, gives me 6 here, which blocks these. 6 in box 7 blocks these. That gives me 6 here, which gives me 2 and 6. And these are 7. This 2 has given me 7 here. That gives me 2 here. And that means these are 7 and 9. And the 7 in box 7 blocks this cell, gives me 9 and 7. And now these are 3, 4, 8. Well, 3 in box 9 blocks these cells, gives me 3 here and 4 double. But 4 in box 5 blocks this cell, gives me 8 and 4. The last number here is 8. And these will be 1, 7, 9. But 7 are on row 2 and row 3. So these cannot be 7. Gives me 7 here. That means this becomes 9 because that's the last number of this row, which gives me 8. And now this column is looking for 2, 5, and 9. This can only be 2 or 5, so I'm going to put those 3 numbers in other cells. And this cell is blocked by 5 and 9 on row 9, so this is 2, which makes this cell 5. That gives me 2, and that gives me 9. And this 9 in box 3 blocks this cell, gives me 9 and 8 and 9. And this cell is now 5, and the 5 in box 9 and 8 block these. 5 in box 1 and 4 blocks these, gives me 5 here. I could go with this one. These 3 cells will be filled with 1, 4, 8. Row 7 has 4 and 8, so this can only be 1. And 4, 8 has not been in any of these rows. But these can be solved because they are going to be 2 and 9, and 2 in box 4 blocks this cell, gives me 9 and 2. This 2, I can say this 2 blocks these 2 cells, and that leaves only this cell for column 1 to have 2. And now these will be 1 and 8. 1 in box 8 blocks this cell, gives me 8, 1. And this 8 has made this cell 4, and that gives me 8. That leaves only 4 for this cell, and this cell will be 3, which blocks this cell, gives me 3, 8. These are 4 and 9, and 4 in box 3 makes this cell 9, gives me 4, and this 9 has made this cell 1, 9, and gives me 1 and 8. Okay, here it is. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.